Hi, guys, and welcome back to your 30-day happiness challenge. I am so excited because I have a guest speaker with us today, Lori Cunningham. Lori is the music health coach, and she is the place for all things sound in health and personal business development. She teaches about the powerful healing and motivational tool of music, helping coaches weave their unique tune into their business. Not only is she an accomplished vocal coach and will help her clients command the stage and video, she also creates royalty-free music, pre-done meditations, custom music, and audio and sound branding. Hi, and welcome, Lori.
Hi, thank you so much for having me. I'm so excited.
So, in the theme of keeping these videos short, we're going to jump right in.
Okay, perfect.
So, Lori, what does happiness mean to you?
You know, true happiness, to me, true happiness is deeper than just being, oh, I'm happy. It's really deep. It comes from the inside. It comes from within. No matter your situation, no matter what's happening around you, you can be happy. And it's living in joy, finding joy in all things, regardless of what's going on. That's what true happiness means to me.
I agree. So I asked Lori to prepare a tip or a tool for us, and I asked her, how does music affect our mood or vibration?
Such a great unloaded question. All right, let's dive in deep here. A little bit of background. Well, just so you can understand how music affects us, is everything is in a state of vibration, from the stars in the sky to clear down to the nucleus of our cells. We are in a state of vibration. Everything is vibrating, and music, sound, is a vibration. So sound affects us to a cellular level. So you have to keep that in mind, and just realize that anything you listen to is going to affect you either positively or negatively, no matter what. Everything, like the music around you, the sound around you, it's going to affect you. And that's one of the things that I want to do, is create awareness so that you can be consciously picking and choosing the sounds that you are eating. Hearing, because it affects us so much. It's just like the food that we eat. But listening to music is almost like free therapy, because music not only reflects the mood that we're in. If you're sad, you have a tendency of listening to sad music, right? It also affects our mood. And soundtrack writers, composers for soundtracks are so good at this. They are masters at almost manipulating our moods to match what we're seeing on the screen. And so that's what music can do. And music can shift our mood and our energy level, and it helps us overcome feelings of sadness and stress. And you can also, you can essentially think of it as mood maintenance. And you can even listen to music when you're sad. Listening to some sad music gives that sadness, depression, what's the word? A nice release, a healthier release, per se. Because music actually activates all the areas of your brain when you're listening to it. It can alter our brain chemistry. So if you talk more of a physical level, it promotes the release of hormones, especially, since we're talking about happiness, I really want to focus on that. Some of the good things that music can do to affect our mood. It actually releases endorphins, dopamine, opiates, which is a natural pain reliever. So if you have some chronic pain, music can actually help you deal and decrease your chronic pain. And that it's really hard to be happy when you're in pain all the time. But so it has opiates, oxytocin, which is trust and bonding hormone, and it increases levels of melatonin. When you have a balanced level of melatonin, that decreases depression. You're happier when you have a proper level of melatonin in your body. So those are just some very simple and quick ways that music affects our moods and our vibration.
That is like amazing. And just hearing you from the health aspect about how you can start to heal chronic pain with music is, I've never actually heard it said in that way. So that's just like, wow. But I almost have an idea of what you're going to say for our tip, and I have a story to share. So tell me and the listeners, what tip do you have to use music in creating more happiness in our lives?
Well, now I'm really curious of what you want to share, what you think I'm going to say. Because I'm like, am I actually going to say what she's going to say? I don't know. Well, the first thing, the very, very first thing is to surround yourself with music that you enjoy. You know, honestly, just surround yourself with enjoyable music. You know, maybe what I like is different than what you like, but we both find pleasure in it, which will make us happier. And, you know, you want to sing often too. Singing helps promote happiness. You want to sing often, dance often. There was actually a study done with a group of families where one, you know, set of families listened to music for a certain amount of time, you know, in their kitchen. They just had it, they had the music playing, compared to other families who didn't have any music playing at all. At the end of the study, the families who listened to music were happier. There was more harmony in their home, and they enjoyed each other more. They were happier. And that was a fascinating study for me, just to see, just by listening to music on a regular basis can make us happier. You want to listen to music that promotes happy memories. One of the powerful things that music does is it immediately goes into our long-term memory, and it taps into our subconscious. And this is an example I use all the time, but I know every single person listening and watching this video will relate to this. You go into a room and you cannot remember why you went there. You're like, okay, I know I needed to get something. I know I needed to do something, but I can't remember why. But then you hear a song on the radio or on YouTube that you haven't listened to in a decade, 15 years, and you remember everything about that song. Yep, see?
The feeling that surrounded it,
Yes.
the time period you were in, the people you were with. Yeah, definitely, like, it embeds in your subconscious. And your
exactly. And you remember all the lyrics. I mean, you remember everything about this song, and you're basically reliving it. And that's the power. That's another powerful thing about music. And so surrounding yourself again with music that has happy memories, that will make you feel happier. You know, you'll definitely feel happier, because it's those neurotransmitters that have been ingrained, you know, made in your brain. You know, Tony Robbins is great at the whole neurotransmitter or whatever it is that he talks about, because you're creating an experience, and humans are motivated by their emotions and by feelings. And so, you know, attaching happiness with music that you already have good feelings with, you relive it almost immediately. And then the last tip is to meditate. I love to meditate. And meditation has been proven many times over to promote internal happiness. Playing music during your meditations will get you into a deeper state of meditation. You find clarity, find peace. It'll get you there faster.
That's actually very interesting, because a lot of people practice quiet mind meditation. So they go in a room and turn everything off. So to actually say, like, you want to listen to music to create that deeper level of meditation is really interesting.
Yeah, you just have to make sure, because music draws our attention so quickly, you have to make sure that it's good background type of music, and there's nothing in it that will draw your attention, and that it's like, you know, it's irritating or will take you out of your meditation. So be very careful about the kind of music that you choose. And that could potentially always change too, with what music helps you. And then 3 months down the line, when you're more experienced, you're like, you know what, this music really isn't speaking to me anymore. So you find something else.
That's awesome.
So did I hit the tip that you wanted me to?
Well, yeah, in yes.
In a roundabout way?
Yes. So what thought you were going to say is, like, put music on and do like a dance party, which is the same thing that you were saying. So yesterday, and I was talking to my group about this, and that I wasn't going to share the surprise or the tip that I thought you were going to share, because I wanted them to listen. I am very transparent. I tell everybody what I'm going through because I don't want to sugarcoat or make people think that like I'm living in this, oh, everything is fine bubble. So creating this thing, oh, this happiness experience, I've been coming up through challenges and frustrations and having a child. And yesterday I just hit that wall of like overwhelm and frustration. And I remember, okay, music is going to help me. So I put the music on in the kitchen and I started dancing. And like in the first couple minutes, I started to feel myself shift. And I'm like, okay. So I just kept dancing and putting songs on that made me feel good. And I always pick like dance club songs. And I'm dancing and the music. And by like 15 minutes, my energy was lifted. By 20 minutes, I just felt like I was in a different state of mind. And then I could go forward. So it totally works when you're feeling like frustrated, angry. Like if you just remember that if you put on a song that's going to make you feel better and allow it to raise your vibration, start to dance or sing, it does help. It's effective.
Actually, I have a little story about that too. Just a couple days ago, my husband's been having a really, really rough time at work, and it was in the morning. The rest of the kids, except for my 5-year-old, was at school. And he was just doing some last minute work stuff before he packed up. And I could just tell like his mood was like, had the dark cloud over him. And he was just giving off a ton of bad energy. I'm like, it's 8 o'clock in the morning. We're not dealing with that. Cause I take on myself all that energy and he needed to feel better too. And so I just YouTubed some really cool 80s music. We're a product of the 80s. So maybe that's aging me a little bit. I don't know. I don't care. Anyway, I just like played song after song, and soon he started to sing along. And my son and I, we were dancing. He was still working at the kitchen table, but we were dancing, and it was just feeling so much better. And he went to work in a much better place.
Mm-hmm. And it probably totally shifted his day, because if he had gone into work in that state of like anger, it would have just been snowballed. Like things would have gone wrong and he would have been fighting with other clients or coworkers or whatever. It just snowballs. So just that little shift in perception just put him on a different track for the day. I love the tip that you share about, or that you read that research about families that play music, because my husband and I play music in like on Saturday morning when we're cooking breakfast for our daughter, and we're all dancing, and like I can just feel the environment shifting. Even the dog is like playing and throwing her toys up in the air and running around like crazy because she can feel it too. Like she feels like everybody's happy, and we definitely love to put on music and dance and be crazy, and we'll get bubbles out because our little girl she'll be 2 in July, so we'll get bubbles out. We'll have a bubble party while the music is playing.
That's an adorable age. But yeah, but she can. So children are so susceptible, susceptible to all those different energies and feelings. So good for you.
Yeah. I want to keep an eye on time because, like I said, we definitely want to keep our ladies and everybody watching on time.
I appreciate that.
The last question: how has using these techniques brought more overall happiness in your life?
That was kind of a hard question for me to answer as I was prepping for it, but because I was thinking of the techniques that I use, and essentially just my overall strategies that I do every single day with using music to help set the intentions for the day and feel more positive. And I think without it, before I was actually doing these things, and I'll walk through what I do really fast, but before I was doing these things, I was a grouch. I'll be honest. Yeah. I don't know if I want to say more than that, but I was not that pleasant to be around on a regular basis. And so now what I do is, first thing when I wake up is I put on my headphones and I meditate for a while, and I set the intentions for the day, and I say some mantras, and I prep myself. I'm like in a half state of awake, alertness. So I do that, and then I get up, I exercise, and there's music while you exercise, get my heart pumping and everything. And I listen to not only music, but positive messages as well. I listen to some things from my church to help boost me spiritually. There's a podcast that I love, and I highly suggest that you look it up. This will help with overall positivity and happiness. It's called The Daily Boost, and literally it's anywhere between 9 to 11 minutes long. And he does a new podcast every single day from, Monday through Friday. I've actually really, really enjoyed listening to him. He's been doing it for 10 years. So it's like this huge podcast. And I have some songs that I made, positive guided affirmations. I have probably like 15 of them that I've made. And so I put those on and listen to them with headphones, and I might be reading some personal development books or just listening to it. And that helps me once again get set for the day. This is over several hours. I get up at 5 and I don't start working until 9. So, I do this throughout the morning, getting my children ready for school and everything. And then right before I start working, then I put on those pumping tunes, whatever it is, just to really get my energy up. Mm-hmm. And doing that day in and day out, I have noticed a really big shift. It hasn't been overnight, but there's been a big shift on how I view struggles, how I view overwhelm. Like, I'm not as overwhelmed as I used to be. Just, it's something that I cannot do without. When I miss it, huge difference. So that has brought a lot more happiness and contentment. Is that a word? Contentment? Yeah. I don't know if I was saying it right. Contentment in my life, for sure.
I love that you shared that with us. I love that you shared, like, you're going through what your daily routine is, and I'm actually taking it all in and listening to what you're saying, because I have I don't listen to music, but I wake up and I do gratitude in the morning, mm-hmm. or I will do a meditation. So I love that you're adding music into that in the morning. So I have thoroughly enjoyed this, and I always love to recap really quickly what we learned today from Lori. We learned that you need to be aware of everything that you're listening to, everything that you're putting into your mind, to actually help you shift into a better frame of point of reference, putting on music that you enjoy and that you love, surrounding yourself with that, putting on music that brings back amazing memories or beautiful memories from the past will help you shift your vibration. And
I went through a lot.
Yeah, I was trying to remember we got a lot in a short amount of time.
I know. I talked about meditation and how important that is too.
Meditation, yes. Yeah. And I agree. I am definitely a fan of meditation, even if it's just for 5 minutes to sit, to quiet your mind and kind of tune out the outer world. Mm-hmm. So, Lori, I really enjoyed it. Thank you for being a part of this journey with us. And I'd love to keep you in all of what we do going forward.
Oh, thank you. I really enjoyed it too.
Bye.